The Colombian government formally asked the Biden administration not to buy Venezuelan oil following the meetings between members of his presidency and the socialist regime of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, where it was essentially discussed the possibility of getting Venezuelan oil on exchange of easing sanctions. All of this as a way of replacing the oil that came from Russia, given the fact that the Biden administration is essentially punishing the Kremlin with this measure and many other measures, essentially, basically, mostly because of the invasion of Ukraine. So, according to the Financial Times, different members of the Colombian government told the Biden administration officials that buying Venezuelan oil would only mean changing the oil business from one authoritarian regime to another one. It will be replacing Russia, which is of course a dictatorship, with Venezuela, which is another type of dictatorship. So during an interview with a Colombian media outlet, Semana, Colombia's energy minister Diego Mesa said that the possibility that the United States form a new type of alliance with Venezuela to alleviate a hypothetical oil crisis will be politically problematic. In addition, Mesa also explained that, and I'm quoting him, it's dumb to think that the Venezuelan regime could increase 50% its production levels only to replace Russian oil. So the situation is pretty delicate for Colombia, given the fact that this country, with the government of President Iván Duque, has followed the U.S. hardline approach on Venezuela, considering that this one is its main political foe. The main political rival of Colombia in this region of the world, in South America, is definitely Venezuela, to the point that on this moment both nations doesn't have any type of relationship whatsoever. It doesn't have any type of economic relationship, political relationship, diplomatic relationship, any type of relationship. All type of relationship was broken over the last few years. So the fact that the Biden administration could somehow start this new alliance with Venezuela will definitely affect Colombia, considering that the international approach that this country has been taking on Venezuela will change radically. And in addition of changing radically, different reports point out that Colombian officials were not informed previously on this meeting. The Biden administration didn't notify Colombian officials that they were going to meet with Venezuelan officials in Caracas. They didn't tell anything to the administration of President Iván Duque. So this situation could somehow affect the relationship between Colombia and the United States, which is quite important. It is quite important because we need to remember that the main ally of Washington on this region of the world has always been Colombia. So this situation only proves once again the premise of many political analysts that, at least in Latin America, the U.S. is not exactly the biggest ally, is not exactly the most, basically the most stable ally, because on one moment it could radically change of opinion and of political approach, which is exactly the case with the Maduro regime. Reporting from Medellin, Colombia, Luis Orozco, Newsweek.